And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
Check.
Greystone, travel.
Handoff running left is Etienne. And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has three options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Come on, QB, come on. Check.
Protein spill.
Under crunch. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, they got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 42. Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Play action, Ryan. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Mike 8. All day, just like that. Just like that.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, Ryan. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Working with his 2nd and 4. A give to Etienne running right. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 47 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Pilot 64, weak.
Switch gears. Watch twist.
On first down, right back to ETN. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
Okay, ready?
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet. Ready?
They'll look to ETN to start things out. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
6-6, bullet high.
Check 13.
Hey, lock it.
13.
Another tote for ETN. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Mike, 34. Let's go one more. Pick the edge.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Set, 8-3.
Let's go. Hey, go on, Mike 34.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Watch 54. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. He's checking.
X3, 218, chopper.
Here's Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go, baby.
Down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
You can't block me. Slam.
61, matchbox lights.
Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34.
Hit it.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12.
Go now.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Topper.
ETN up the middle. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 86 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
ETN will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. And that's out quickly to Chase. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They go play action now. Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
A former Seminole back home in Florida, it's Dalvin Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Tick, 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 tick.
Pick it up, D. Mike 8.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Flushed out right. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
51, sub.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Check three, check three, check three. Hey, South. Showing 8. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Mike 8. Here we go, here we go. Watch the edge. He's coming.
They run it again with Kamara. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch tight end. We got to go.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Forced out to his left. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Mike 8. 21. The ball. Mike 8, Mike.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Mike 8. Mike 8. At 54, stop. Go. Mike 8.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan.
Go.
Flush to his right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Ryan. This is caught by Evans. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Hey, South. He's tired of us. Mike 8. Get up.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration, and he decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
Now Lawrence on first down. Taking a shot for Samuel. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Curtis Samuel as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Defense, let's get out the field, defense.
Play action. It's Ryan. He's going to try and go deep again. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Michael Davis. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Ryan. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They go play action with Ryan. He'll buy some time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Agnew now to return. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And they'll go again with Etienne. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones, 68 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half is getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Point after, right down the middle. And it is 28-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.